Hello beauties, welcome back to the vlog. This week we're talking about some of the components that make a business go. And today we're going to talk about quality. I read an interesting article in HBR, Harvard Business Review. You can tell I read a lot. About how you can create a culture of quality. And I thought that was really interesting. So I wanted to share some things from that article. I'll post it in the comments later as well. And we'll talk about a couple of these things because it's really interesting. So one of the things that the writers found was that quality was one of the few components that really contributed to the success of a company long term. But not so much whether the product had quality or not, or the service was really of quality for the consumer, but more so that the employees felt like they had put out a quality product, that was what was going to contribute to the longevity, the people within the organization, which I thought was really cool. So some of the ways that you talk about that is they say that you go beyond the rules. In other words, there's a commitment to going above and beyond, that it's not enough to do things the way you did them the day before. And this goes back to some of our customer service conversation too. But more that you want to have an environment where you're going to go a little bit further. You're going to make sure that you help your team, you stay a little bit later, you go the extra mile, you figured out a way to optimize something. It's cool, right? We have a lot of that here. There's people that I see that on their own, completely undirected by anyone here, will say, oh, I've thought of a new way to solve this problem, or I've discovered this new technology that's a better way to do this, or I've found a way to speed this up for our clients so it costs them less money. I love that. And that comes back to this idea, which we are not doing intentionally, but I think it's pretty cool, that we go beyond the rules. Another concept in here is that you maintain a leadership emphasis on quality. And this is a tricky one, because leaders in companies sometimes move up and down the ranks, so to speak. Sometimes they're spread out across entities. Many of our clients have lots of different locations. And so one leader may have a slightly different style in one location than another. And how do you have that consistency throughout? A big part of that is that the leadership has to be very enthusiastic and very committed to making sure that they're all on board for quality and that they've defined what that is. So really deciding together as a team, what does quality mean to us and how are we going to commit to it? There's one in here that, and this is going to be a bit abstract, but I'm going to talk about it anyway, and that is ensuring that the message is credible. And what does that mean? That's so vague. What that means is that when we talk about the quality of a product or service, that the way we talk about it is the same every time. People don't trust differing messages. If someone says, well, the product is good for you, and another one says, well, the product is bad for you, and another one says, well, the product is meh, who are you going to believe? It's too many messages, it's confusing, and you can't determine, and so then you become undecided. Whereas if the message is consistent from the employees from the inside out, then you'll have more success, which I thought was interesting. And then another one that I just love is peer involvement. And this I think we do a good job at here at Lunar, and many other companies in town do a great job with this as well. And that is really going to your peers here and saying, how can I make it better? What can we do? How do we ensure that the quality of this product is consistent? So I think this is a big part of running a company. Being aware of quality and turning it into a culture of quality is something that we may work toward here at Lunar. See you soon.